Yo, what's up guys, Shoutout here. And today we have, that intro was weird, we have something a little bit different. Because my good buddy, old pal, Juancito Marvel, coach of the Amityville Haunters in PPL Division 2, couldn't battle. On short notice he had to say that he can't battle, he needed a replacement, because his dentist is a fucking idiot. That's a short story. So it's like, hey, I can do that, because otherwise it would be forfeit, and I don't like forfeits are boring. Why not just have a quick fun game? And yeah, so I'm gonna be hopping in for Juan this week. This is the only game I will ever play in Division 2, I hope. And yeah, there's also no fancy graphics. This is also the team builder and the battle in one video because I don't have much time. We're playing this on Wednesday. This should supposed to be up on Wednesday, but it won't be. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna go over Juan's draft and also my opponent's draft, who is Paulie Mac. He's the coach of the Philadelphia Flygons for now because he took over from Layson MC, whose real life just apparently doesn't want him to play Pokemon, which is unfortunate. So yeah, that's my opponent. Paul is a very good player in my opinion, even though he only has one win. That was last week. I think he's very good. And yeah. So, let's go over Juan's draft real quick so you know what I'm working with. He has Tornado Theorem, which makes me very happy. Torn T is fucking amazing. It's pivot and it hits hard, it's fast, and I love it. It's so good. Raikou, one of the few electric types I actually really like. Mega Metacham, the nuke. Just the nuke. Gastrodon, good old reliable. Chestnut, good old reliable. Skarmory, Volcarona, and Avalok. There's Avalok. Yeah, it's an Avalok. I'm not gonna bring up spoilers, as you can already see the team in front of you. What mons I'm bringing. There's also a skip button somewhere, so in the description probably if I don't forget. I probably will. So yeah, that's not my problem. Anyway, so yeah, that's Juan's team. Kind of fun. I've never used any of these in draft leagues before, so that's pretty fun. I had Torn T in the GBA tournament, but that's about it. And I really like some of the mons. Skarmory, Raikou, and Torn T are really cool. Gastrodon is really cool. Mega Medicham, Chestnut are fun to try out for at least 1 week. So, yeah. Let's go over Paul's draft. He actually made a transfer, but let's get into it later. First up, Hydreigon. That's a massive threat to this team. Arcanine, Vaporeon, Thunderous Eye, Fortress, Aromatisse, Braviary, Kangaskhan. Nope, he doesn't have Kangaskhan anymore. I lied. Braviary, Landorus Therian, and Piloswine. That's it. Yeah, he dropped Kangaskhan for Piloswine because it apparently helps him in the last couple of gap matches. It actually helps against Juan's team quite a bit because Piloswine is fat and has Ice Shard and it can do things and it's pretty cool. Electric Muties are nice to stop Raikou because Raikou does work to his team. So yeah, biggest threat I personally saw was Hydreigon because Juan doesn't have anything for it. Like Torn T can check it very effectively, but Head Smash is an option, the physical one is an option, and the Draco just still does a fucking shit ton. And Skarmory obviously doesn't appreciate a Fire Blast, even Dark Pulse does a lot. And there's nothing else that really wants to take a Draco. I guess Spidef Gastrodon can chew one, kind of. But yeah, Life Orb, Hydreigon, or even Scarf could definitely be a huge threat, which I would prepare for it, but there's not much I can do. I just have my fast mons that can check it, and that's basically what I'm going with. So, let's get into the team that I decided to bring. The dimensions might be weird in this video because I'm going to record the team now and then pause it, change the dimensions, and then record the game. Probably. We'll see how I do. It's going to be fucking all kinds of weird. Also, before I forget, check out Juan's channel linked down below. He's one of the nicest and most beautiful people I know. So yeah, make sure to check him out. He's awesome. And also make sure to check out Paul. He started his channel fairly recently. He produced some pretty cool content with his Wandering the Letter series, where he plays OU and other tiers as well, but I think mainly OU. So yeah, Paul is really cool. Juan's really cool. I'm not that cool. Let's get into the team. So, first up, I'm also using Juan's nicknames because, you know, that's what you gotta do. You don't have to, but I don't want to do it. First up is Iago, his Tornadus Therian with the Salt Vest and Regenerator. And pretty standard in U-Turn, Hurricane, Sludge Wave, and Focus Blast. Not pretty standard, but, you know, self-explanatory. Max Special Attack, 180 Speed with a Timid Nature that's, not Timid, Hasty Nature. That is enough to outspeed Yoooo, the Thunderous, that's the one, by 1 point. If I remember correctly. It's been a while, but yeah, I think so. And just the rest in HP to make it uneven, and 4 in attack and 4 in special defense. I wanted hasty rather than timid, because I want Yuton to actually do some damage to Hydreigon if he stays in, which I also have Focus Blast for, but it's Focus Blast. I'm gonna miss, so that's not fun. And I don't need this to take any physical hits unless Hydreigon turns out to be physical, in which case, fuck my ass, basically. In which case, I'm gonna try and get the fuck out of there anyway. So yeah, that's that. Sludge Wave is to hit the Aromatisse because Juan's team really doesn't deal with Aromatisse. I could, for other fairies, I could bring a Taunt Skarmory with Iron Head and just beat them 1v1. But Aromatisse doesn't only get Thunderbolt, but also can't be taunted, so that's very, very unfortunate. Yeah, this also just checks his team very well. I can spam Hurricane. I don't have Heat Wave for the Fortress because I don't see Fortress as a threat. Basically everything on my team can hit it decently hard except for 2 Mons. And he doesn't know that one of them can't hit it hard, so yeah, as that, I'm not worried about Fortress with this team at all. If he doesn't bring Fortress, he probably doesn't have Hazard Removal because Default Bravery is bad. And also, if he does have Default Bravery, say hello to Skarmory, just a free switch in. So, yeah. Speaking of Skarmory, that's the next one I'm bringing. It's Asimov. I guess that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. It's Juan's nickname. I don't know things. With the Leftovers and Sturdy. And Musarakan, Iron Head, Spikes, Roost, and Stealth Rock. Max HP, max attack, Adamant with 4 and special defense. Yeah, that's a thing that's happening. I need to hit Aromatisse as hard as possible. This is still not a 2 kill on Fizz Def, but it's the best I can do. And with if I get Spikes up and stuff, if I can Toxic it later on with one of my other mons, maybe get a Sludge Wave Poison somehow. I can beat that thing more easily. I can get a Flinch. That's an option, I guess, but that's not gonna help me much because flinches are stupid. And yeah, I can Hazard Stack the fuck out of him because Fortress is bad. And if he doesn't bring Fortress because it doesn't have an amazing matchup, that's just fucking great, and I can Hazard Stack all over him. And even if he does bring Fortress, that's still chip damage if he brings it as he brings it in, or brings in anything before he can get a free switch into Fortress. Blah 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 blah. I have things that like to switch into Fortress if it wants to rapid spin, so that is pretty damn cool. Roost for longevity, rocks for rocks, and that's basically it. So now we get into the important Pokemon. Looking at Paul's draft, I realized that Chestnut can actually put in a nice amount of work if it's Belly Drum. So that's what we're rocking. Bowser, his Chestnut with the Salac Berry and Bulletproof as the ability. I was considering what's the thing called? Grass Torrent. Yeah, Overgrow, that's the one. But Bulletproof is cool because Bulletproof is nice. It prevents me from getting hit by a Gyro Ball from Fortress, which is the main thing. And yeah. Also, Skarmory can beat Paloswine. I didn't even mention that, but can do that as well. And we're running Belly Drum, Drain Punch, Seed Bomb, and Substitute. Max attack, 204, speed with a Jolly Nature, 36 in HP. Because that means my HP is dividable by 4, which means Substitute can do the thing it's supposed to do. And then 12 in defense, 4 in special defense is just leftover EVs. So, that speed is enough to outspeed a Timid, or Jolly, or Hasty, or Naive. Thunderous Eye at +1. Well, when Chestnut's at +1, not Thunderous. That'd be bad. And yeah, that thing, after rocks, it actually 1 or 2 it kills everything. The only thing that doesn't have a chance to get 1 hit KO'd after rocks is Fortress, and Fortress literally can't touch me unless it's HP flying, in which case that's very good prep, and I'm very happy with that. I'm very proud of that. So yeah, this thing can actually sweep in. The only thing that can live is Arcanine after an Intimidate, but after rocks it still dies to Drain Punch. I had Rock Slide because that does more to Arcanine, like a very, very tiny amount more. It would be worth it, but I figured after rocks it's not worth it because I have rocks anyway, and blah 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 blah. Sub is just very nice basically because I can potentially dodge and intimidate and then just destroy lives, and I hope this works because if it does I'm gonna be very, very, very happy. And yeah, Chestnut is a cool guy. I can set up on Fortress, I can set up on things like Hydreigon if they're locked or at -2. Potentially choice locked Thunderous. Lando can't touch me unless it's special. Lando in general really isn't a problem to the drafts because Skarmory and Chestnut just wall it. Unless he's a special variant, in which case that'd be very cool. A Calm Mind Lando could actually shit on my team, and that'd be beautiful to see. I wouldn't even be mad. But, we'll see if he brings that, and he's a lord. If he doesn't, then we'll fine. I can also set up on Vaporeon potentially because I can scare that out. I can maybe set up a sub on the Scald. Yeah, that's basically it. I just have to hope I scare something out or get Fortress in, which should be very nice. Which is also why I've had a second, because it baits out Fortress, which means I can get in with Chestnut and set up a Belly Drum and just fuck things up. So, next one I'm bringing is Cow the Raikou. That's not actually Juan's nickname. He doesn't have one because he can't have that on Wi-Fi because things are stupid. We're playing on Shoutout, by the way, if I didn't say that. So yeah, we're rocking the Assault Vest with Pressure Steel ability, Volt Switch, Aura Sphere, Thunderbolt, HPIs with a Rash Nature, obviously, and Shiny because Aura Sphere. Max Special Attack, 244 Speed, and 12 in HP. That speed is enough to outspeed a Timid Hydreigon, or just plus speed nature Hydreigon. Thunderous can't do a terrible amount to me because I am Assault Vest despite being, Rash. I can still take it on decently well, so I don't need to outspeed that. And his next fastest mon is, I think, Hydreigon. Am I missing? Yeah, it's Hydreigon. So, I outspeed everything outside of Thunderous, and Thunderous can't really touch me. Thunderbolt does a lot to it. Aura Sphere is there to hit not only Hydreigon, but also the Piloswine pretty damn hard. Especially offensive Piloswine gets like, I think 3 hit KO, which is very, very respectable. So it means it's not a free switch. And HPI is obviously for the Lando. And yeah, I think he's going to bring Piloswine just because otherwise I can just click Volt Switch. And Lando just doesn't want to switch into an HPIs. It's just too risky, so yeah. Moving on, I'm bringing Jelly Bean, the Gastron with Leftovers and Storm Drain, Recover, Ice Beam, Toxic, and Memento. Max HP, 92 defense, and 164 special defense with a Calm Nature. That defense investment is there to have like, I think Piloswine, Max Tech Adamant, after Rocks has a 7% chance to 2-hit KO me with Earthquake with the spread. So basically no chance. Which is nice. I felt like it was more important to not get 2-hit killed by the thing. If I wanted to not get 2-hit killed by Lando, I would have to be very, 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 very physically bulky, and I wanted special bulk rather than anything because it helps me with things like Thunderous, helps me with things like Hydreigon, helps me with a potential special Lando, and I guess Aromatisse to some extent. Yeah, but this thing is just here to be kind of fat, help with Thunderous, get Ice Beams and Toxics off. I don't actually have Scald because I felt like Memento would be cooler because it helps me set up with Chestnut. That'd be really, really cool if that works. Toxic hits the things that I would Scald. It doesn't hit, but gets chip damage off the things I would Scald, and that'd be great. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the thing. Jelly Bean is going to do a couple of things and be fat, hopefully. Yay. Moving on, the last one I'm bringing is Master Roshi, the Mega Medicham, with Medicham, Pure Power, that kind of thing. Drain Punch, High Jump Kick, Ice Punch, and Poison Jab. Max Attack, 244 Speed with a Jolly Nature and 12 HP. That is obviously enough to outspeed Hydreigon once again. And this thing does a huge amount of damage to Port Steam. Everything is 2-hit killed. There's literally nothing that does not get 2-hit killed by this beast. And the only thing that naturally outspeeds is Thunderous. So I can deal with that thing. And I think I can even live a Thunderbolt if it really comes down to it. Not running Fake Out because I felt like this would be more useful. I want to have Drain Punch over Zen Headbutt for not only recovery, also a safe way to hit a lot of things that I would kill with High Jump Kick. Like Piloswine, for example. Recovery is nice. And also Protect on Vaporeon is very much an option, and a couple other things as well. So I felt like Drain Punch would be nice to have. High Jump Kick, just it 2-hit kills defensive archive, which is ridiculous. So yeah, that's the team I'm bringing. I like it. It's pretty fun. This is not working, right? Is it? Nope. Shout out to my laptop for being an absolute piece of shit. So yeah, I'm gonna pause now, and then we'll get into the game real quick. And yeah, see you there. Okay, so I didn't actually change the dimensions. I'm just gonna keep it like this because why not? You can still see the chat and everything. And yeah, I want to get side. I'm not the real Juan. Get it? Not the real one and not the real Juan. Yeah, I'm funny. Anyway, team preview. There is no fucking Hydreigon. I am so happy. I don't have to deal with that thing. There's Piloswine. There's Fortress. Both of them are kind of annoying. Aromatisse, it had to come, but I don't like it. It should be there. It's fat and it's annoying. Also, no Bravery, which was to be expected because Scum just hard walls it. Raikou just revenge kills it so easily. And Juan's team is just generally fast. So Bravery isn't the best option. Because if anything it would be Scarf, and it's gonna make cares even less about it, and blah 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 blah. And Nova Vaporeon, which is kind of cool because I don't have. Well, I can deal with it, but Vaporeon is annoying, so I'm glad I don't have to deal with that thing. And yeah, that's basically all about Team Preview. No Dragon makes me very happy because it means I don't have to deal with that thing. It's just a fucking pain in the ass. Let's close Shoutout on the other side. That's nice. So, what I said to do is lead off with Gastrodon. I'm gonna just click play and see what happens. This is also very laggy because I have a crap laptop. So I'm gonna leave Gastrodon because I'm expecting something like Paloswine, Thunderous, or Lando to lead. So that'd be nice. He does lead Lando, which is fine. He's not gonna stay in here, but I'm still just gonna go for the safe Ice Beam right here. I have no reason not to. I can see what he wants to switch into this, and we can all be happy. Children. Yeah. So yeah, he goes for U-turn. That tells me that he's definitely max attack. As he goes to Mayweather, his Aromatisse, which is obviously not going to take anything from this Earthquake. I'm going to change this to normal because this is a little bit too slow. Something Sanic meme. Yeah, that does nothing. That doesn't tell me much about the spread, but I'm guessing it's physically defensive from that. Not going to stay in here because I don't want to take a potential Energy Ball or Toxic or whatever. He just goes for Moonblast as Skarmory comes in. Gets a special attack drop that obviously mattered. That basically cost me the game right there. But yeah, I am max attack adamant. I do have Iron Head, and I still just want to get my rocks. Rocks are gonna put his Arcanine into range for my Chestnut to kill it as soon as I get up to +6 or +5 of the Intimidate. So yeah, that's that. Chip damage on Thunder is also nice, and just general chip damage. So Thunderbolt does a good chunk because I'm not specially defensive. I'm just gonna root it up here, because Thunderbolt's obviously going to do less, and I can get back to decent health to the point where I'm happy and I can start clicking Iron Head. Here, clicked Iron Head first, but then I cancelled because I realized that's fucking stupid. So I just roosted up. Retro Perspective would not be bad because he went for Wish, but hey. So he went for Wish there. Now he goes for Thunderbolt as I set up spikes. What I do here is go for Iron Head because all I need on this thing is chip damage so that my Medicham can come in and just kill with a Poison Jab. But he brings out Team Fortress 2 as I get a crit Iron Head. That's actually a good amount to Fortress. That's pretty impressive. So what I'm going to do here is just roost up. I was considering just going hard switching into Chestnut, but probably would have been better as he sets up Toxic Spikes. That is very, very annoying. But I can still just go to Chestnut because a Fortress cannot touch a Chestnut. And now I only have regular poison on me, which is also fine. And I didn't want to sub here, I just felt like belly drumming would be smarter because of the poison damage. And I get my belly drum off. Don't get into Salak range because I'm not behind a sub and I'm stupid. But poison will put me in there, so that's fine. And now I'm +6 Chestnut with +1 speed. And that's beautiful. So, go for the Rain Punch. Fortress goes down as the first kill for Chestnut of the game. I think the second in the season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, as you can say, I say Hue because I have a belly drum Chestnut. That's pretty fucking cool. He brings out Cliff with his Arcanine, and this thing can live unless I get a crit, and I do, and that's the dog. Sorry, Pancakes, you're not watching, but sorry. Yeah, that was the only thing that could live, guaranteed. So that's unfortunate. That's it, that Arcanine. So he brings out Aromatisse. I get rid of the thing, which is beautiful. So even if Chestnut doesn't sweep here, I get rid of the thing because that's really, really annoying to my team. Or Juan's team, or whatever. He brings a Killrizzian his Lando. He can't do much immediately. He's special, and as it turns out, he is physical. As I said, he was max attack. And I'm just going to knock him out with a Seed Bomb. +4, still kills, because Chestnut is a god. That's the 4th kill for Chestnut this game, and I'm very happy this thing is a god. Reason Thunderous probably tells me that he doesn't have Ice Shard on Piloswine. But I just go for Drain Punch, because Seed Bomb and Drain Punch both don't kill this thing. Guaranteed, because I'm expecting to have some HP investment. And Drain Punch also has a chance if he's completely uninvested, which I don't expect, once again. So yeah, maybe I could live a hit after that. Whatever. So I just bring a Jelly Bean right here and just go for an Ice Beam. As Piloswine comes in and it does absolutely nothing. Piloswine is fat as fuck. Yeah, that's a thing. And what I'm going to do here is drop a Toxic on the thing as he gets up his rocks. Reason being, I need to wear the thing down. I don't have much that can actually deal with it well. Of course, Mancham obliterates it, Raikou and all other three. They all do decent chunklets, but nothing really wants to switch into it and take a hit. So there's that. I'm just going to stay in here because I don't have Scald. I'm going to recover up and just have the thing be worn down a little bit. And what I'm going to do now, I think, is it now? Is it now? Yeah, your time's up, my time's now. Time to go into Scumry because I can live every hit. I want to preserve differential. I want to preserve Gastron a little bit because that'll help me get Thunderous. And this is gonna be a weird turn. I'm fully expecting him to go into Thunderous, expecting my rocks, which is why I go for Iron Head, because Thunderous would die to rocks. But no, he just stays in and goes for Avalanche. Not sure if he predicted me, not sure if he just didn't think about it particularly. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I could have gotten rocks up and basically won right there. But now he gets to bring in the Thunderous. I decided to sack off Scummy because there's not much point in risking it. Maybe set up a nasty plot, and I have slight issues, though it wouldn't really be an issue. So what I decided to do here is bring out Raikou and just finish off the game with that thing. Because I'm Assault Vest, I can shoot at grass not like it's nothing. And knock him out with a Thunderbolt. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the 4-0 victory for the Amityville Haunters in week 9? Yeah, should be week 9 of PPL Division 2. Yeah, GG Paul, that crit really, really fucking sucked. Don't know if I would have still won. I don't think I probably would have, because Manager would have just ran through his team, blah, 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 English. But yeah, that's that. Chestnut is God. That's basically what we're getting from this. It still died, but hey, 4 kills, 1 death. I think that's acceptable for Chestnut. So that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna show up here. So that's, I think, the 4th victory for the Amityville Haunters, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Juan, I hope you're proud of me. I hope I make you happy. And yeah, as I said, go make sure to check out Juan and also Paul in the description down below. They're both lovely people with lovely content, and yeah, D2 is fun. If you're not following PPL D2, do it, because it's fucking intense. It's all shit, and oh my lord. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some newts. I will appreciate all 3 of those, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.